The topic for our today's videos is moths versus butterflies. So in this video, we are going to discuss the key differences that exist between moths and butterflies, and both these moths and butterflies belong to order Lepidoptera. First of all, their wings at rest, the orientation of their wings at rest. When butterflies are in resting position and they hold their wings closed towards the dorsal surface of their body, whereas moths rest with their wings open, and many butterflies sunbask with their wings being open. Okay, so they are not at rest at that time, so actually they are sunbasking. The time of activity, basically butterflies, as you all know, that they are active during daytime, so these are diurnal, whereas moths are active at night time, so moths are basically nocturnal. Talking about their antennae, the antennae of moths are basically feather shaped antennae, and here in this figure you can see, and whereas the antennae of butterflies are straight and long, and they end and in a bulb like structure that is present at the uh, posterior end of the antennae. So a few moth species do not have feathered antennae, and this includes zodiac moths, and the antennae of these moths are basically straight, and they do not have any curve at the posterior end of their antennae. So next is frenulum. Frenulum is basically a structure that is involved in the wing coupling mechanism, and frenulum and reticulum, these are basically the structures that are involved in wing coupling apparatus. And moths have a frenulum that is straight, a thin structure that is present on the forewing, hind wing, and reticulum is present on the forewing. So the coupling of frenulum and reticulum holds the both the forewing and hind wing together during flight. So butterflies do not have any frenulum, so during flight you can see that the forewing and hind wings of butterflies are separate apart from each other, and whereas in case of moths, their forewings and hindwings are held together during flight. So next is pupae. The pupae of butterfly, basically the larvae, also known as caterpillars of butterflies, spin a pupa that is basically made up of proteins, and it is also known as chrysalis, and it is a hardened outer covering. Next, talking about the moth, the moth caterpillars basically spin a silk pupa. So the composition of both the pupa is different. It is the pupa of butterflies is basically proteinaceous, whereas that of moths is a silken pupa, and the pupa of moths is also known as a cocoon.